Week 1 was a fun start to the LCK summer season. Kwangdong won all 4 games they played, DRX almost upset DK, and we had a great T1 vs Gen G series, showing how truly broken Zeri is. Some players started the season already in peak form, while others looked disappointingly sloppy. In this video recapping the first week of action, we take a look and see who are the 3 best players of the week, the best rookie of the week, a player to look out for, the player that disappointed the most, and who I have on my first, second, and third LCK teams of the week. Even though his team went 1-1, Zeus is my third most important player of the week. He dominated both Kyeahoo and Doran, and even in their 3 game losses, he was always making plays and trying to carry his team to victory.
He gets a wild growth, it's a lot of damage, and Kyeahoo was tanking for about 15 years. Zeus, he dives on top and he finds the Aphelios Viper, is dead already. Zeus goes golden to keep himself alive.
The second best player was DK's jungler Canyon. I believe he was playing like a very average jungler in spring, but beginning summer, Canyon brought back some of his old form, picking up 2 player of the games and nearly managing to solo carry his team to a victory versus the powers of K'Sante and Zeri.
The backline manages to pick up the Annie, but oh my god, the rest of DRX are just obliterated. Deft will go down once again, and it is chaos here in the Counter-Strike. Counter-Strike is fantastic, but Canyon is going to stay alive.
My MVP of the week may be a surprise to those who didn't watch all the games, but to those who did, will definitely understand why I have DuDu as my most valuable player of week 1. Kwangdong's young top laner showed us how truly broken K'Sante is in the best highlight I've seen in a long while. And while playing Poppy, he was ulting Brion's carries out of every team fight, ensuring his team a perfect start to the split.
You cannot take the K'Sante out of the game, as they will try now. They are so close, a couple more hits, but no, it will not happen. And Kyeahoo just barely with the
He's dead!
Not able to keep him alive.
Now, for my rookie of the week, I'm classifying a rookie as a player who before this year hasn't played more than half of their team's games any split. So on screen now, I have all the players who, for me, qualify as a rookie. And this week, it was a close race between a mid-jungle duo, but I have YoungJae just edging out Bulldog as my rookie of the week. He was so proactive getting successful early ganks in every game, and was the one setting up both DuDu and Bulldog to win games for Kwangdong.
I don't think that's gonna happen. He is over into the pit, and it will go the way of YoungJae as everybody's getting killed in that back line. Down goes Henna, down goes Effort, and I think this game might just be done for.
A player who you should definitely be looking out for in the future is Kyeahoo, who debuted for DRX this week and was already their best player. Even with his team losing versus Kwangdong, he was making impactful plays on the Ahri and was the key factor in DRX coming so close to upsetting DK.
Wild growth is used onto Canna. That's a little bit frightening there if you are a Deft fan, but he gets himself out of there. Now inside the pit, it's a flip, it's taken by Rascal of all people. Deft tries to fight it out, but it does not work. And oh man, cue up the yakety sax, because this game has gone off the rails.
This game is far from over, and Showmaker's gonna die here, Kellin too, and that's a full wipe across the board.
While many players had great performances this week, there will always be some who struggle, and even though my expectations for Umti and Karis on Brion were low, they looked like the clear worst mid and jungler this week. They got upset by Nongshim due to Umti constantly getting caught out and not being able to apply any pressure to the map. Meanwhile, Karis in mid was a non-factor in their games, and twice picked up the Azir, which is in such a bad state that no other player in the LCK or LPL has played it yet this season. Morgan, the lord in the top lane, was looking pretty good, and Henna and Effort had their moments, but unless Umti and Karis can improve, Brion fans might be in for a long season. Finally, onto my teams of the week. We will start with the third team, where after a rough year on Nongshim, Canna looks to continue his return to form on DK from spring to summer. He never lost lane and was a fantastic frontliner in teamfights, setting up his team to win their games. Next, on the second team we have Chovy, who got off to a good start to the split after a rough MSI. He was the playmaker for his team, finding multiple game-winning plays on the Gragas, and being the first player to show the LCK what new Nico can really do. Finally, in the first team we have a player who often goes under the radar, but this week, even in a meta where it's hard for supports to shine, mostly playing Milio and Yuumi, Kellin brought out the pike and was finding hook after hook, setting up Deft in the team to beat DRX in under 22 minutes.
The perfect game as Canyon tanks up 4. And D plus Kyeahoo, they're thinking about wanting to go for a Baron, but they're not going to be able to do so because they just lost their jungler.
Yeah, and that's not silent
Never
teleport.
mind, they'll just kill everyone. That's the plan. Deft gonna cash in yet again. That's another death from below, and that is just everyone falling like dominoes.
Summer has only just begun, and there are plenty more twists and turns to come throughout the split. Some players will use this split to elevate themselves into becoming household names and stars of the league, while for others, this split might be the end of their careers. We have 8 more action-packed weeks ahead to find out who will rise to the occasion and who might falter under the bright lights.